Grand evening. Hi, my name is Leonard Munson, the Pneumatic Astrologer. The weekly overview, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, from March the 19th to April the 2nd, 2026. Let's talk about Gemini. Have you learned the lessons of Mercury retrograding in Pisces? Gemini, your solar sun is in the 10th house. The 10th house is Capricorn, the house of employment, success, prestige, moving up the ladder, the house of father time, government, corporation, karma, and lessons to learn. When a planet is retrograding, it's moving backwards, reviewing decisions you made when it was going direct. And it's testing you to see, have you learned the lessons? And if you need to make adjustment, to make adjustment. If you have learned your lessons, well, Gemini, you have made the adjustment in your career or work. Okay, the 10th house also deals with karma, father time, lessons to learn. So the lessons that you need to learn in your career, did you make the correction or you didn't? And if you have not, Gemini, you're going to stay in that situation. Okay, now the ruling planet of Capricorn is Saturn and Pluto. Saturn is now in Aries. So you can't make quick decisions anymore, Gemini. You got to come up with a strategy and make those quick decisions and move and flow like water flowing down a stream or a body of water. Okay? So if you have learned your lessons, you have come up with a strategy to build a foundation. And then the foundation is there, then you build the structure. So you come up with a strategy. Then the structure is built. Then you come bringing in the people with the drywalls, the electrician, the plumbing, the roof, the painter. So this is the strategy, Gemini, that you had to build. So you have to take action in that direction. And Pluto is in Aquarius. If you made that strategy and made the changes, the things that's been bothering you below the surface has been taken care of. And it will bring you out of this chaos, upheaval, revolution, and will bring changes that's going to bring you freedom and independence in your career. Now, the sun is in Pisces. Pisces represents your psychic ability. It represents your intuition. It represents illusion, fantasy. It also represents fear, doubts, anxiety, rose-colored glasses, head in the clouds. And it also represents deception, lies, brain fog. So if you did the work, you're going to see things clearly now, Gemini. It also represents institutions of all kinds, hospitals, prisons, schools, etc. And it also made the decision not to be emotional. Put that emotional back. Use your intellect. And make the decision that you will not be regret of making. Okay, Gemini? And stop being the wounded warrior, the victim. Stop being that flight to fight mentality. Be a survivor and abundance. The next sign is Libra. Libra. Your solar sun is the 6th house. The 6th house is Virgo, the house of health, work, service to others, the house of analysis, detail, figures, doing things in a methodical, organizing way, making a decision and sticking with it. Stop overthinking. Okay? Now, the ruling planet of Virgo is Mercury. Mercury is retrograding in Pisces. When a planet's retrograde, Libra, it's moving backwards from Earth's point of view. In other words, it's reviewing any decisions you made when it was going direct, which was 3 months ago. And if these decisions was bad or not serving your highest purpose, it's time for adjustment. Again, we get to this emotional thing here. Pisces represents illusion, fantasy, doubts, fear, anxiety. It also represents deception, lies, brain fog. So there was some kind of lies or deception, Libra, when you made those decisions. And then when Mercury went retrograding, you see the deceptions and lies, and you have to correct you have to change it. And these deception lies could have to do with health. It could be some health issues that you were facing. And you were listening to the doctors or whatever, and you realized that those decisions was based on emotions, and that those decisions was not correct in your health or the decision about your job. Some of you might have left the job, and it took you a hard time or a long time for you to get another job. So that decision was wrong. You never leave a job until you have one to go through. Now, your solar sixth house is opposing the sun in Pisces. So this is a time to do not make any decisions. Sit back and do your research and your investigation. And when Mercury goes to direct on March the 20th, which is tomorrow, 2026, you can go and make these changes. Now, Mercury will go into its post-shadow period, and that's a 2-week period. The post-shadow period means that each day, Mercury is unwinding and moving faster, unwinding the confusion that it caused and the decisions about health, work, and service to others. All right, Libra? The next sign is Aquarius. Aquarius, your solar sun, is in your second house. The second house is the house of love, work, finances, possession, beauty, and luxury. Okay? And its ruling planet is Venus. Venus is in Aries. So there's a review of your love, work, finances, possession, beauty, and luxury. So when Mercury retrograde is looking back at the decisions that you made in those areas when it was going direct 3 months ago. Were they for your best good, or were they against your best good? So you are seeing that those decisions was made with emotions and not with intellect, and taking your time making those decisions. So you're reviewing all of that and seeing what changes that needs to be made when you made those decisions. Now, Mercury, when a planet goes retrograde, is reviewing what was happening 3 months ago in love, money, work, finances, possession, beauty, and luxury. It's moving backwards. It's going to go direct on March the 20th. Then it will go into its post-shadow period, which is a 2-week period. So you have 2 weeks for it to build up speed to initiate these new decisions that you made. Aquarius. All right. So, in money, there was a money decision that was not healthy, that you didn't make the right one, or that you loaned money out and you didn't get what you were supposed to get back. Or you wanted a loan and the loan didn't come through. But with Mercury going direct, that loan will go through. If you were looking for a job or were asking for a raise, that wasn't a good time to do it. Now that Mercury's going direct, Aquarius, this is the best time for you to do that so you can move forward. If you went to buy a house, it wasn't a good time to buy.